evening and welcome to Being Black and Craft, where we don't apologize for recognizing our influence on craft beer. This is Angie, the undeniable vixen, your host, and we have a great guest this evening. But we want to go ahead and drop into with some beer news real quick. So I'm sure everybody has seen a lot of backlash and a lot of conversation about DEI. And mostly here recently because of Target rolling back their DEI initiatives and Tabitha Brown and making a plea and all those different artists and entrepreneurs that are in Target, uh, some of them exclusively have made their voices heard of their, you know, this really being kind of discouraging. So I wanted to kind of address that when it comes to DEI for craft beer. And one thing that I was thinking about, which was um, a lot of BIPOC, BIWOC breweries or breweries in planning have been a part of Whole Foods, which is a part of Amazon. So if you can correlate everything. And even before this hit, they when Whole Foods got bought by Amazon, a lot of things, a lot of things kind of dwindled down. They weren't giving out um, any money per se. They really their hands were pretty much tied. But that was a rose to a lot of people, especially um, people of color who were trying to get into those big box stores like a Whole Foods. Um, they were bridging gaps as far as helping them find out how do I get into said Whole Foods or like Total Wine or something like that, but especially Whole Foods. Um, they had boot camps. I know that I had also made calls into people that I knew that worked at Whole Foods, trying to connect them with other entities. So I'm wondering what things are going to look like now, because I'm sure that's pretty much a dead in the water as far as DEI is concerned, and Whole Foods. Um, Not going to count them out completely until I see the writing on the wall, but it's not looking great. And I'm hoping that the sales won't be counteracted. So what I mean by that is even with Target and rolling back with Whole Foods, those entities that are in those stores, they have made contracts with these people. So a lot of people talking about boycotting, but you're boycotting not necessarily Target, but you're boycotting that business. And we need to make sure that those people don't have like 75% off of their sales because they want to get their full money back of what they put into it. So saying that just to say, please be intentional in your spending, intentional with where you're getting your products from. If you're able to go to, if they happen to have a website that you can buy directly for them, a person of color, do that. But also with those places that have those different entities in those stores, get them because that is basically putting money back into those people's pocket. So that's all. That's my soapbox for DEI. So wanted to also mention if you're in the Atlanta area and you are a lover of Greenwood whiskey, as I am, it says show off your skills and creativity with Greenwood whiskey for a mix off for a chance to win $1,000. So we're in the middle of, I guess today ends round one, the roots of Greenwood. And then they're going to get ready to go to round two, January 31st through February 7th. for Greenwood goes viral, and there's another challenge. And then the final round is February 17th. So grab a bottle of Greenwood whiskey, craft your best cocktail, and be a part of this exciting journey for past, present, and future. Tag your favorite bartender and get ready to make history. So if you're in the Atlanta area and you know a mixologist that can really get down with making a great cocktail, $1,000 is sitting right there for you. Then as I was scrolling Instagram, mind my business, loving Jesus like I do, I saw friends of the show, Black Beauty Brewery, and they are making a golden kiwi American IPA. And I was like, huh, that sounds delicious. What is that? So this is a golden kiwi American IPA, ABV 7.1. And it is American style IPA that's packed with citrus and tropical hop aroma with real golden kiwi, and it's going to be available in February 2025. So if you're in the DC DMV area, make sure you check out Black Beauty Brewery and get one of those a 6-pack of that or a 4-pack of that American IPA. It sounds delicious. Now, I also mentioned I saw this in we were doing discovery as far as new spirits. This is called Catford rum. So Catford rum and Lewisham rum is based out of England. It is a biwok rum made in London with Guineas molasses, and that's what was intriguing to me. So they initially opened up a coffee shop, and they were doing the Catford gin, and they have a Lewisham gin, but then they decided to do rum as well, and price point is not that bad. It's 25 pounds. It's not bad for a nice bottle of rum. Um, and I just thought that that was really interesting because you can always find rum wherever you go. But the Guyanese molasses, that's what intrigued me. So if anybody is going to London, I might be near London sometime this year. Pick up some Catford rum. And just another reminder, next week is CiderCon, so may or may not have a show, just depending on the guests. But next week, I'm going to be freezing my nips and bits in Chicago from the 4th to the 7th. But I'm having a good time trying cider, meeting some friends, seeing some new things, and getting to know more and more about cider. And that's all we have for the news. Let me go ahead and invite my guests. Good evening.
Good evening. Good evening.
Hello. Gus, thank you so much for taking the time to come and talk to me about your wonderful product. So I'm going to ask you some questions, but first I want to know just a little bit about you. So
Yes.
where are you born and raised? Where did you grow up?
Born and raised in Jackson, Mississippi.
Okay. Okay. So you still
Yeah,
have family there?
I do. I do. I do. I still have my brother, Mike, that's next to me, lives there. Actually, I was there a few days ago visiting with him and his family. Um,
Mm.
and visiting my mom place of rest. And I have some cousins and aunties from my father's side who lives there as well.
Okay. So do you consider yourself to be a country boy, are you you cityfied now? Where do
A
you
little in
put
between.
yourself?
A little
In
in
between.
between. Yes,
Okay.
yes,
Okay.
yes, yes. A
So
little in between.
you'll ride a horse, but don't push me.
I love riding horses.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, actually, my father owned horses. He was in the horse riding club. So my brother that's next to me, him and I used to ride as well. So I love riding horses. Actually,
Okay.
I miss
Okay.
riding horses.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, see, what people assume because I'm in Texas that, I have a horse in the backyard, but that is not the case. I'm a city girl. I'm definitely a
Okay.
city girl. So,
Okay.
okay. So, yeah, I need to be by concrete.
You need to
I'm
be.
one
The country have concrete too.
concrete and a near mall. I need to be in a. I
Yeah,
used
the
to be.
country
I
have
did.
concrete and a mall. It might not be as big, but they have a mall and concrete. The carport is the concrete.
Oh no! Oh no! Well, tell me. I guess what did your family when you said, you know what I want to do, especially your brother and your family members in Mississippi. I want to make tequila. What was the first thing that they said to you?
Well, actually, I didn't share news till it was actually a green light. So,
Oh, okay.
sometimes you have to move in silence.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah. So, actually, how it got started was I've always had ideas and things that I wanted to do outside of my career. I've always believed in legacy building and generational wealth. And so I have two boys, Parker and Preston, 20 and 16 years old. And I've always talked to them about those things. And so just writing down ideas, I said, okay, hey, you got to be about it. You just can't keep talking about it. And so during COVID, uh, my I was in a bunch of cigar groups and whiskey groups with my fraternity, uh, Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. I
You know,
had to
I
give that
think
plug.
when you said that, and I saw the purple, I said, "Oh, it's there can only be one."
Oh, it's only one. It's only one. Yes. So, but I'm gonna go away from that one. But yeah, so just writing down ideas and I just got caught up into when people was talking about the tasting notes of their whiskey and their bourbon and their cigars and just pairing them together. And so I actually told my wife one day, I said, hey, what you think about us coming up with our own whiskey? And she was like her normal self, sure. Yeah, we can do that. And so I was like saying to myself, okay, that was just too easy. Right. So it was a pass by conversation and but it never left my thought process. So I was just researching and figuring out ways on to get started because I didn't know. And then when we moved to the DMV area, my line brother Keith with Cass and Kane Rum, he came out with his own rum. So I was like, okay, God. So I attached myself to him and started learning about the business. And so I came home again one day and told my wife, I said, babe, I said, I think we can do this. I said, let's do it. And she was like, sure. I said, but I don't want to do a whiskey. I don't want to do a rum or bourbon or vodka. I said, I want to do a tequila. And so I started doing the research on it. And so I asked her, did she mind if I brought my oldest brother in on it? And she was like, fine. And so I called him and asked him, did he want to be a part of it? I gave him my ideas and my thoughts on which way I wanted to go. And he was like, sure. And it just went from there. And I just started doing the research. And so when we got to the point where we was ready, um, I told when we found the manufacturer in Mexico, which is a family-owned distillery. I told him I wanted to do something special. I just didn't want to create and sell a tequila. but I wanted to sell a tequila that stood for something, that meant something. That when people looked at our bottle and when they drank our tequila, um, besides the taste and notes of a great tequila, I wanted to remind them of some things. And those things were, taking care of your mental health, having reflection time with yourself. Um, whether it's good, bad, indifferent, whatever that is for you, but taking time out for yourself because we don't do that anymore. And
Mhm.
uh, and so just having some personal experiences with my mom with dementia, a couple other family members who suffered from dementia. My wife, mom, suffered from dementia. I just wanted to do so. It was in me. I just wanted to do something to give back in some type of way. And so that's how I prayed about it, and for some reason God was beating on me about this name. And so I kind of went against the grain of the normacy of when people name a product, because marketing strategists say it need to just be two syllables, right? Something easy for people to say and get out. And I went against the grain on that because I wanted the name to mean something, and that's how the name Equanimity was derived, which means sound mental state and mental calmness. And
Mm.
um, and so with the designs I researched the psychology colors, um, and I kind of gave the design team of the bottle my thought process and what I wanted it to do and what I wanted to mean. And they did a wonderful job in taking my emotions, my thoughts, and everything I gave them to come up with a fantastic design job on the bottles. So if you was to look behind each category of our tequila, you would see the peace wheel, and the flowers around the label of the tequila are lotus flowers. So everything was to accompany the name Equanimity.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me ask you some questions as far as like when you made the decision to do tequila, um, was there or did you have any language barriers? Because you went to what part of do you know what part of Mexico? Was it Jalisco or
Yes. Yes.
okay, you went to Jalisco.
Yes.
Okay.
Hmm.
How was the how was it or are you fluent in Spanish? I don't know. Let me not make
No, I'm
assumptions.
not. I'm not.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
and the words I know, I don't think they will smile at me if I tell them. so
Okay.
so yes, that was an experience in itself, but it wasn't as challenging as we thought it was going to be, because a lot of the locals there, a lot of them speak, or they have people that speak good English. Um, so it wasn't as challenging as we thought it was going to be. And then with all these apps now on the phone, we was able
Mhm.
to kind of articulate what we wanted and what we needed. But as far as the distillery is concerned, the owners of the distillery, the people we actually dealt with, spoke pretty good English.
So in the process of you getting your because I'm my assumption is that you went and found your Blanco first. Well, no, no, you didn't find your Blanco first? No. Okay. Okay. Well, let me not make your narrative. So tell me about the process of finding your tequila. How long did it take? How how long did it take to find the tequila that you said, okay, this is us? Which
So
one was first then?
So actually, and this is what I tell people, this is the blessing in the whole thing. And I don't mean to get off on a rant, but I do want to make this statement. And because a lot of people don't understand. Uh, when you develop a personal relationship with God, right? And you talk to him and you understand him, and God has a purpose for all of us.
Hmm.
And you can't, honestly, you can live your life, but to live your life to the fullest, you have to understand and know your purpose that he has assigned you with. And so, with that being said, um, the blessing in this is that we came out with all three tequilas at the same time.
Okay.
So when I did the research to find the private label and distilleries, it was just something about this particular distillery that just kept, tapping on me. And so we started having conversations via Zoom with them, going back and forth. So it was like probably, I want to say, almost a year before we actually said, okay, this is what we're gonna do. We was just back and forth, just filling each other out. And I'm sure the distillery themselves, which is Tequila Spirits in Mexico, because I asked them while we was there on site, did they think that we weren't going to do anything? And the guy said, no. He was like, I was like, man, he said he was just like, man, this guy Gus still show asking a lot of questions, and they thought I was an attorney, but I was just, wanted to make sure they was the right fit,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and for what I was trying, what we wanted to do, what we wanted to represent, and so actually we agreed to allow them to make our tequila. Um, we told them what we wanted for the most part because we wanted a sipping tequila, and we wanted a tequila that people can enjoy, even the people who don't really drink. We wanted them to be able to enjoy it as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's where my wife Velma and my sister-in-law Annette came into play because they not really big drinkers. And my wife Velma, she really don't drink for real at all. And so being able to allow them or get them to really help us with the profiling of the tequila made a big difference, because if they was able to sip it and enjoy it and like it, we knew that everybody else would love it as well.
Okay. Um, let's see. Let me go ahead and let's play a game. So, want to talk about the three iterations that you have. You have a Blanca, a Reposado, and an Añejo. So,
Yes.
with your Blanco, tell me maybe like two tasting notes for your Blanco.
Ooh. Uh, it's very crisp and refreshing, and you taste the notes of the agave
Hmm.
because it's unaged. You really taste the notes of the agave, so you get that little sweetness to it.
So, tell me who, living or dead, celebrity would you say is likened to your Blanco? Be an
Mm.
actor, sports star, anybody.
Someone that's kind of like my Blanco. Oh
Mhm.
man. Ooh, that's hard. Let me see. Uh, I would say, oh man, I can't even think of her name now. Uh,
Chris,
Diana Ross' daughter.
Diana Ross.
Her daughter,
Oh, Tracy Ellis Ross.
Tracy Ellis Ross. Yes, Tracy
Yes.
Ellis
Okay.
Ross.
Okay. 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 Okay.
Because she's such a beautiful woman without the makeup, just her natural beauty, beautiful self, and that's how Blanco just is not age, it's just natural and lovely and beautiful. So I would compare it to Tracy Ellis Ross.
Okay. So tell me more about your añejo.
And Ayeho is aged for 12 months in white oak bourbon
Mm,
and French oak red wine. So 65% white oak bourbon and 35% French oak red wine. So you get that complex taste as well as a hint of spice and smoke, but it's not overbearing.
okay. And who would you liken that to? That añejo.
Oh, mm. Trying to think someone that's very complex.
Any sports stars
Hmm.
or movies
They,
or musicians?
these some good questions, but I never thought of it. Let me see. Oh,
I
I
wasn't
know
trying to
my
stop you.
I know my wife is listening. You can put something in the chat or something to help me out.
Well, let me see. Let me see if she has something in the chat. Let's see. Oh, no.
She say Chris Brown.
Oh, there it is. Chris Brown.
She say
I see.
Chris Brown. Yes, that's very complex.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Okay, okay.
So she say Chris Brown.
Very
Thank you.
interesting. Very interesting. You had to phone a friend. I wasn't
Yes, I had to phone a friend. Yeah.
wasn't trying to get you. So just tell me about your reposado.
The Reposado is aged for 3 months in white oak bourbon. So depending on your palate, you'll get a hint of vanilla and or caramel.
Hmm. Okay. I
Yes.
said I was gonna stop. I'm gonna ask you a question.
Please
So
don't
for
ask
your
me to compare it to something.
no, what song when you're wanting to relax, you have a thing of reposado, and you're having just a wonderful, wonderful day. What are you playing on the radio or on your stereo? What are you playing?
Oh man. So it depends on the mood. Mostly I listen to blues. You know I'm from Mississippi.
Okay, okay.
I
So
listen
who's your favorite?
to Mel Waiters, Johnny Taylor, BB King.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Okay. So some
yeah.
blues and tequila.
Tyrone Tyrone Davis. That's old school. See, a lot of young folk they want their new school blues, but I'm talking about some old school blues, some stuff that make you cry and smile at the same time.
Now you mentioned that you were in some whiskey clubs and cigar clubs. So
Well,
are you
groups, the
groups?
Facebook groups and stuff. Yes,
So are you a cigar smoker?
yes.
Okay, so
Not
what
heavily, but yes.
I'm an novice as well. So um what's your favorite pairing with your tequila and cigar?
So, so actually, um, it's this gentleman named Oscar Rodriguez. Uh, he has his cigar brand, GTO cigar brands. So he has a cigar called a mild cigar called Hypnotic,
Okay.
and it is a great parent to me with our tequila because it's smooth, has lit sweetness to it throughout. Just a very mild, uh, good cigar, especially if you are not a real like genuine cigar smoker.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So as you progressing, because this is a family affair, and you've been in business since, so it's been basically 3 years.
No, 22, 2022.
Okay. 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 Because
Yeah.
it
So we
hasn't been
actually
super.
established, yeah, we actually established, started laying the foundation in 2022 and getting our LLC. But as far as the product, we haven't it haven't been 12 months since we received our first shipment of product. So we didn't receive our first shipment of product until the end of February. Yeah, March.
So what would you feel would be some words of encouragement for someone that may be starting out? Um, just maybe one or two things that you have seen, like, you know, if I would have known this would have helped. This would have helped, maybe help, not deter it, but maybe I would have been able to get through the curve a little bit quicker than I did.
Uh, Probably listen a little more to my instinct, um, and um, make sure ensuring that if you're partnering with people, to ensure that that the vision is clear.
Okay.
Make
Okay.
sure the foundation and the vision is clear.
Hmm. Yeah, because I can see that, because if everyone is not on the same page, it's gonna be it's gonna deter things. It's gonna be not chaos, but it'll be you'll lose time
Yes,
trying to get
yes.
everybody on the right
Oh
page
yeah,
if you're not starting right off. Yeah.
yeah. And
So,
just stand focused. My motto is for me is I'm chasing purpose. I'm not chasing profit.
hmm.
So for me, I have a very intentional purpose on where I want this platform to go, and how I want this tequila to develop, and I wanted to reach a certain level so I can use that platform to do other things within the community.
Okay. So giving back to the community is something that's important. Do you, um, especially, early in the conversation that we talked about, how your lives and your family's lives has been touched with dementia, were you planning on doing a a type of what am I thinking of?
Nonprofit.
A nonprofit or some type of charity or something like that for
Yes, yes.
okay.
That is some thought things I have been jotting down that I want to pursue. Um,
Hmm.
um, and and so and what made it clear to me uh, is the other week, my wife and I, we was watching the movie Forge. The Forge. I don't know if you've
Mhm.
seen it yet.
No.
Uh, but the uh, the guy that owned the business, he was given 10% of his profits back to the community and different countries to help with hunger and homelessness and things of that nature.
Mhm.
So those are some of the things I want to do. I want to support homeless vets. Um, I want to support our youth, especially our youth who has the ideal and the mindset to become entrepreneurs. Uh, my wife and I talk about this all the time, helping them build a foundation and get started in their entrepreneurship. Um, so just things like that, just being a vocal point and help assistance to people.
Okay. Okay. Now, tequila is, is Hispanic Mexican heritage, and you are a person of color that is in the tequila business. How are you merging your African American culture with the tequila? How are you merging those two together?
First of all, I've began to not only learn but respect their culture and respect the way the Hispanic heritage uh, see tequila,
Hmm.
and the way they see tequila is, and I learned a lot of this when we was on site at the distillery. um, they see tequila just like we see our bourbon and whiskey and scotch,
Right.
right? And so which led me to my motto for our tequila is meant to be savored, not rushed. And
Okay.
so many people, they see tequila. We've made tequila out of a party drink, and
Yes.
it's not a party drink. The same way
Hmm.
you enjoy a good pour of whiskey, bourbon, or scotch, uh, tequila is meant to be enjoyed the same way. So that's why we wanted to create a good sipping tequila, because we wanted to cater to the mature crowd for one, and Kate, and to be in a position where we can honestly show and teach people how to truly enjoy tequila.
That's really very important because um like I think I mentioned before, like, I'm a brand ambassador, so when I'm doing uh activations for tequila, they're just want to I was like, no, I want you to savor it. I want you to,
Yes,
to taste, hold it on your tongue, let it kind of melt
and
on
the
your
marinade.
tongue
Yes,
and get
yes,
the actual notes, because I'm going to
yes,
give you notes, but then there's some things that you're going to be able to tell yourself.
yes,
But if you're just, just knocking it back because I gave you something free, well, I mean, I can't
exactly.
really do anything.
Yes,
I can't. But yes,
yes.
so I appreciate you making sure that 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 knowledge
Mhm.
of tequila is for sipping. It's for mulling over. It is something that you can pair with cigars. It's supposed to just hang back
Yes.
and relax. It's for those
Oh yeah. Yes.
times,
Yes.
just like anything else that's, of good quality. So yeah,
Yes.
yeah, that's really good. So where do you see yourself so far? So you almost 12 months, and and it's like usually there are people that are waiting for the next iteration, but you got everything all laid out.
Yes.
So are your plans for the next level? What's the next level up for you?
Actually, right now, we just been focusing on distribution. As liquor laws is kind of rough.
Hmm.
And that's one of the things I would tell people to truly and understand all the liquor laws within the different states. But right now, just trying to expand and cover the areas where we have a tremendous amount of support and interest in the tequila. So that's what we have been focusing on for the most part.
Okay.
So we just trying to do some expansion. So the DMV is a large area to cover within itself, and as well as California. But we are trying to expand to some of these southern states, to Texas, to Atlanta, Georgia. We have interest level in Ohio, New Jersey, Florida. Uh, so we just been trying to figure out ways to get our product and get them into stores, at least one store and a restaurant in some of the hot areas.
One thing that I was looking at, and I want to say, I wasn't really sure. I saw the picture, but I wasn't sure. Um, your tequila is has won awards.
Yes.
Okay, that's
Yes.
okay. Tell me about the awards that y'all have won.
So we entered our tequila. I always love, I told my wife the other day, I always love challenging our tequila to see where it stands. So I'm always looking for opportunities to be competitive and challenge our product. So we entered our tequila, all three tequilas, into the San Francisco Wine and Spirits competition. So out of 420 tequilas, our Blanco place won the gold medal, which is
Wow.
the top. Yes, it's double gold, then gold. Uh, our Reposado received the bronze medal,
Hmm.
and our Nate Añejo received the silver medal.
That's
So
awesome.
yes, so that was a blessing. Very excited about that accomplishment. To kind of see where we stood, especially our 400 and something tequilas. It was really awesome. Um, so the next thing I would like to do is really enter. They also do a competition in Mexico. So I want to kind of
Ooh.
I want to kind of submit our tequila to that competition as well to kind of see, you know.
Yeah, you'll definitely know how the rubber meets the road,
Yes,
because they'll
yes,
probably have some heavy hitters in there, and you can, and
yes,
you'd be one of the heavy hitters as well. So yeah,
yes. So, so I'm always looking for ways to challenge our tequila and see how we stand up against the rest.
that sounds really cool. Well, congratulations on all of your medals that you've won, and looking forward to seeing, if you go ahead and dive into that other challenge. And I would
Yes,
love to see how y'all pan out. That would be really great.
yes, yes.
So I think those are really all the questions that I had for you this evening. That was all that I
Okay.
had. And I hope that I didn't get you too too bad on the
No,
questions.
no, no. It was just that comparison, the comparison to a movie star athlete, or yeah, that was I never thought about that. So now I'm gonna start thinking, and so I'll be ready next time if someone have that idea to ask me those questions. I'll be ready for them.
Well, it's wonderful. I hate that Miss Velma wasn't able to join us, but thank you as well, Miss Velma, and the rest of the team for everything
Yes,
that you do. And I am excited to that I actually got to talk to you, and
yes,
elated to see the good things that happen because I'm still following y'all. So
I appreciate it. I appreciate your support, and hopefully more things to come.
absolutely, absolutely.
Yes,
So
yes,
okay. Well, we'll go ahead and get on out of here. You just hang on for a minute and
yes.
we will see y'all next time.